around, put your hands on your back. Let's go. Go break your
What's going on, fam? Commander General YAHANNA here. Had to jump in on one real quick with y'all. Man, I got to tell you for you, this came through World Star. Check this out. These Edomites, man. First of all, everybody's up under the stress of the coronavirus. People stuck inside. There's all kinds of things going on. Families is falling apart. People dying, relatives dying. All kind of disruption going on because of what has gone down with this coronavirus. But yet, while all this is happening, you got law enforcement who's supposed to be keeping the peace, keeping things in order. They, of course, doing more than what they were doing before. And it's why you can't just allow them to do any old thing, because they will go off. Check it out, y'all. You ain't gonna believe the way they treated this brother.
Back. Let's go. Spread your feet. Spread your feet. Spread your feet, man. Spread your feet.
Now listen, the brother's obviously drunk. Now remember, this is a call out on the West Coast. This call is strictly for one small reason: trespassing. It's some kind of gated situation. He obviously walked in somebody's yard, whatever. Now, they're supposed to be the bigger man. Watch how these cops act. And once again, they mad when people go off. When they got cops on the force that should never be on the police force. You're going to watch this cop. Not only is he going to assault this brother, but he's also going to lie and put charges on this brother. And watch him go into the dramatic source. And I'm going to try to let most of it play through, but I might have to pause it just for you to get the full gist. This is why the Lord's people must absolutely wake up. Check it out.
Don't fight, man. Don't fight. You're fighting, man.
Fuck you up, bro.
You're fighting, man.
Ain't nobody fighting.
Fuck you, man.
Now, wait a minute. Before we even go any further, remember, the guy is not fighting him. He's telling the guy he's fighting him, and the guy is not fighting him. Even when he told the guy to spread the legs, the guy opened the legs, not a lot, but he did open the legs. And he still came at this brother's neck, man. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Our eyes should be open by now. We made a mistake. We made a mistake believing the lie. And we had better wake up. Check it out, y'all.
Ben!
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. That's a full-out beatdown. That's a full-out police beatdown. Listen, to where the brother starts saying, what's wrong with you? What's wrong? Because he going berserk on the brother. He was trying to knock him the hell out. And then somebody on the side said, officer. Even the officer's partner didn't jump in. And I'll tell you why. That officer's partner didn't jump in because that officer, the partner with the taser, already knows this guy is off. He already knows this guy operates this way. That's why the guy went the hell off the way he did. Why wouldn't the partner jump in if the guy was such a problem? Why the partner didn't jump in? First of all, why didn't the partner tase him? He got the taser in his hand. The taser sitting right below his body cam. Why didn't he tase him? That's number one. Number two, why didn't he turn around and jump in and tackle the guy? Because he already knows that this cop that he works with is a damn hothead. Check it out.
Quit! Fuck you! What the fuck is wrong with you, motherfucker? What the fuck's wrong with you, motherfucker? What's wrong with you, dog? Shut the...
Like he's supposed to be giving him commands. He's supposed to tell him, you know, he ain't supposed to answer him, what the fuck is wrong with you, motherfucker? He's supposed to answer him. But again, all that's going on with this coronavirus, all the death and mayhem and all it always spells more oppression to you. But the Most High is going to hit them again. They about to get hit again. Because, of course, learn the ways of the Lord in these scriptures. How does the Lord move? When you move against him, he takes your move and moves it against you. When Baal and Baalim got together and tried to curse Israel, the Lord instead had him bless Israel. You understand? When Pharaoh defied Moses with those plagues, guess what? The Most High plagued Pharaoh with the same plagues that he was trying to put on us. He put it on them, okay? Out of his own mouth. And this went on all throughout the scriptures, man. All throughout the scriptures. And it'll go on again. All of a sudden, the big push to open up the country. Why? Because just like people been saying, they looking at it like we're the ones that's catching it. So to hell with it. Let's open up the country. Let's get our money. But the Most High is going to punish this place. The world is being judged right now by the hands of the Lord. And it's going to be a horrific day if we don't return and do the will of the Most High. Let me give you some more. I done cut all in the tape. My bad.
Can you put your hands behind your back, please?
You're not cooperating.
Look, he wanted to wail on him again, but he's out of breath. He wanted to wail on him again, but he's out of breath.
Get on the fucking ground. Get on the fucking ground. Go and chase him, man. Get on the fucking ground.
We have to come on, put your hands behind your
Shut
back.
the fuck up, man.
Who are you, dog?
That's why he asked him, who are you? Even the partner is trying to say, yo. And then here's the thing. They expect to beat a cat half to death and then expect that to make him more compliant. When it's obvious it's going to make him more defiant. He's already probably intoxicated. And here you come just totally brutalizing him, man. This is why the Lord's chosen people, man. They always have, and this is a very Edomite thing to do. It's a very Edomite thing to do this, man. Let me show you what, let me finish the tape and I'll come back and I'll drop some scriptures in here. Check it out.
What the fuck is wrong with you, my boy?
Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck is wrong with you, dog?
Shut the fuck up.
Now watch him lie on the brother.
Shut the fuck up.
453, 415 now.
You fucking grab my hand, motherfucker. That's why I hit you. You grab my hand.
That's a lie.
So shut the fuck up.
Now he don't want him to talk.
I had you. You fucking grab your hand.
It's a lie.
How am I feeling like that? How am I feeling like that?
Still, chill out, right? 453, Rogers, 24, 463.
Even his partner, did you catch that? Did y'all catch that? Even the other officer came and put his hand on his back like, you okay? Because they already know what kind of dude this is. Some cats get a badge out and start trying to abuse. And in this whole corona thing, they looking for this opportunity to do this. And which is why, once again, the Lord's people should be together as one. The Lord's people should not be a people that they can do this to. You understand? And this will never, ever, ever stop unless the Lord's people stop it, man. You understand? That's the only way this will stop. The only way this will stop is if the Lord's people shut it the hell down. And how you shut it down? By coming together, man. Not by the way they say. You understand? They want you to come together and join them. That is not how you do it. You trust in the Most High and you come together in the Spirit of the Lord and watch what the Lord will do with you, man. Okay? Let me finish it and then I'm going to go over some scriptures right quick and I'll play it again in the tape. All the way through.
Huh?
He's the most friendly. Get inside. He's the most friendly guy. He fucking attacked me.
That was a straight up lie. The guy never attacked him. How could he attack him when he was facing the gate? How could he say he attacked him when he was facing the gate? That cat's supposed to be fired, man. He was facing the gate. But meanwhile, he said he attacked him. And where another neighbor was like, yo, this is the most friendly guy, man. This guy right here. Now, the guy has obviously been drinking or something. He talking a little out of his mouth. But that's no reason to assault and maybe give him a concussion, possibly kill him. Beat him 10 times in the head with your fist at full swing. Like, they monsters, man. And they think that if they just do that beating, then you should be thankful. As far as how they think. Which is why punishments, man, like any bad child in the earth, punishments become necessary for you to do what you're supposed to do, man. And that's why punishments are coming to this earth, man. Okay? I know I keep cutting it in. Let me let it finish.
Just get inside. Get inside. Turn around, put your hands on your back. Let's go.
Listen, even the fact that he was telling that other resident to get inside is ridiculous. That resident has a right to stand up and say whatever they want to say. How you gonna tell them they got to get inside? That in itself was ridiculous, man. Okay? Check it out. Obadiah, the 1st chapter, starting at the 12th verse. But thou shouldest not have looked upon the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger, the day we got cast out of our land. And every time we get cast out, they look upon us and prey on us, man. And that's exactly what has happened to us in this place. Open your eyes, man, and look around you. They've preyed on us, man. Okay? They see us in the gate. They see us destroyed. And they move on us, man, in the day of our calamity. But the day of our calamity is coming to an end. We at the end of this calamity, and now the world is about to change. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah. They rejoice over killing black people. Rejoice over your poverty, man. Ventilate, take out, all the anger on you, man. Okay? They rejoice over it. Okay? In the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. And in the day of our distress in 70 AD, Titus, the Roman general, marched down on Jerusalem and destroyed Jerusalem, man, and destroyed the Lord's holy city that the Lord put his name on, and had great disregard for the Lord's people and the Lord's nation, man, and abused the hell out of the Lord's people. Okay? And they spoke proudly in the day of distress, just like they do now. They act like, we are the evilest thing in the world, and they have to be so abusive to us when they created this environment that our young men and women get destroyed in every day. They do it on television. They do it in the street. They do it with their drugs. They do it with everything that they have, man. And that's why you got to wake up to more than just everybody wakes up and realizes at some point that we are being mistreated, and that there's a difference between their life and our life. But can you wake up to the deeper thing, which is that who are you as a people? And is it possible that you could be those chosen people? Then you got to go all the way in and see what if you are part of those prophecies? What if you are part of those biblical prophecies, man? What if you are those chosen people? And you are. And as you begin to wake up and see it, man, you begin to look at this world a whole lot different. Let me get some more of this, all right? I'm in the middle of I'm in the beginning of 13, Obadiah 1 and 13. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. And that's them. They rip us off, rob us every way they can, destroy the Lord's people every way they can. Try to remove everything that makes you stable in this world. They try to remove it, man. Your name, your history, your identity, your culture, your homes, your wealth, your businesses. They use the civil rights movement to strip black people naked. They use that civil rights movement to destroy black families, to pour drugs into the hood, to do damage to your people, man. And the thing is, you reacting to it. You reacting to it instead of coming together with the Lord and figuring out how it's really done. Figuring out how you really come up against it. And this is why the Israelite School of U.P.K is here. I.S.U.P.K. To show you just how you to do that. Check it out. This is the 14th verse. All right. Move down a little bit here. Obadiah 1:14. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway. This is important. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway. When somebody stand in the crossway, that means they lying in wait on you. And that's what goes on in this society. They're gonna think about all kind of ways to prey on you. They're gonna try to get your stimulus check, your tax check. They're gonna try to put you back to work in the most dangerous situations. In some cases, you have to go and you got to deal with it. I mean, the Lord is with you anyway. You the chosen people. But they're gonna be looking to do all kinds of stuff like that, man. Okay, which they already been doing. You know what I'm saying? They got you thinking that, you've received something good here. Like like your life is wonderful here. When you don't even realize, man, that in this empire, you're receiving the absolute minimal amount that they could give you. That's how much you're receiving. The absolute minimal as a people. Okay, of course, they'll make a few great and wealthy just to make you think a certain way. But this whole nation is supposed to be wealthy. This whole, every 12 tribes is supposed to be full out healthy. And you're going to be that way in that day when the Lord comes together and brings you together like he said. And this is what Christ wants. He wants those two sticks married together. He wants Judah back. He wants Ephraim back. He wants the tribes back. Okay? And these animals, man, the Lord's dealing with them. Let's come on with it. Okay? Middle of 14, Obadiah 1:14. Neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the city in the day of distress. Exactly. When they went into the city, when they destroyed Jerusalem, a lot of people went and hid up in the hills, went and tried to hide and get away from them Romans. They went and hunted every last one that they could find down and kill and murder them off, man. You understand? Many groups didn't obey Christ and flee out and tried to turn around and fight off the Roman Empire. Well, them groups all got slaughtered, man, because they didn't listen to Christ. They thought their might was the way to do it. When it was listening to Christ was the way that you were going to get up out of that mess. And that's what we need to do this time, because they like to provoke you into something with this kind of madness. But you can't let them provoke you into it. You got to stand in the spirit of the Lord and wake up to the understanding of the Most High and learn how to deal in an empire in captivity. That's what the Bible is for. You got a Bible sitting there, a big book full of knowledge and wisdom on exactly how to deal with captivity, man. Exactly how to deal with your slave master. Exactly how to get the Lord on your side to stop the captivity you in. Let me get a little bit more. All right. 15 verse, Obadiah 1:15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. And it is. We in that day right now. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. I told you, that's how the Lord works. You be trying to do something evil, and the Lord will turn it around and put it on your head, man, and stop you from the evil that you're trying to do. So beware of what you're doing and repent. And this beast right here, he better beware of what he's doing and repent. Because even if he do, the damage is so done, he got to take a punishment. It's going to be a horrible one, man. 16 verse. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, that's deep, right? Beating these brothers up in the street, locking them in jail, beating them down, doing all this horror to them, man. They drunk upon the Lord's holy mountain, man. They drunk, man. What do it mean to drink on that mountain? It means like to use up the people. To eat them up alive. That's what it means. You understand? To drink upon his holy mountain, man. It means you sat up there, man, and ate these people up alive and act like it was all good, like nothing never happened. You know what I'm saying? For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. You think about that for a minute. This is God talking. Old book of Obadiah. They drunk upon his holy mountain. Let me tell you something about this empire right here has drinking up the souls of black people, Latino people, and Native Indians, man. Drank their souls dry. Okay? And the Lord said, just the way they drank upon his holy mountain, they shall drink continually. Meaning this, the suffering that they brought forth, they gonna get that continually. They gonna keep getting it, keep getting this punishment. There'll be something after this. Now they talking about the children. They saying there's something going on where the children now are getting ready to get it. And they ain't gonna tell you. They're gonna make it seem like it's a black thing. The same way they did with Ebola, the same way they did with AIDS, the same way they did with all these things. But they're the ones that caused all these things, man. They're the ones that brought all these curses on. Okay? But they'll make it like, it's just another black thing, another black disease. They'll attempt to do that. And it gives much confidence to them to get out in the street. They out drinking and having a good time when the Most High is in this, man. He remembers every one of them blows you dealt to that brother. He's remembering them. And check out what he said. Let me just add 2 quick more scriptures in there. You understand? Just to back up what I'm saying. Revelation 16:6. For they have shed the blood of saints and prophets, and thou hast given them blood to drink. Meaning they killed the prophets. These words I'm speaking, they don't like these words. These words I'm speaking, these words anger people. And it angers them because this is the real truth. This is the point that the Bible was left here for, man. This was the point for you to see in this time. And it was so merciful of the Lord to leave the Bible here for you to open your eyes up in these last dark days. Okay? It was kind of him. It was considerate of him. It was loving of him to know that in the last days when it was time for you to come out of captivity, that you would be so destroyed. He had to give you your punishment. But in the time of captivity, he knew you was going to need a way out. And so what did he do? He left you the records, man. He left blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. He left you the records so you could wake up, so you could see who you really are. And he said, as far as they're concerned, for they have shed the blood of saints and prophets, and thou hast given them blood to drink. Now they got blood to drink, coronavirus, other things. They got blood to drink. And here's what the angel said to John the Revelator. End of the 6th verse, Revelation 16:6. This is the scary, most powerful part, which part they should be afraid of. Here's what the Lord said through the angel. For they are worthy. The Lord said they worthy for this punishment, man. They're worthy for this. And when you see events and stuff like that, just think that's going on thousands and thousands of places over and over and over. It's victimizing the victim. You already robbed his identity, stole his every ounce of his nationality, relegated him to poverty, poured drugs in his neighborhood, destroyed his family, brainwashed his woman to turn against you, put him on child support. All kind of devices being used to rob and rip him off and use him down to nothing. And then when it's all said and done and he's 2 inches from being a vagrant, then on top of it, you vent all your anger because you see that he's a clearly easy target and victim. So now all your frustration because in your suburban life, you catching hell because the Lord is working his way into your suburban life. So now you're going to turn around and bring that down. Instead of you saying to yourself, with all that the Lord is doing in this empire, we should be on our best behavior, that the Lord don't harm us even worse. But not them. Not them. You understand? They went behind, like the Lord said, and saw our destruction and didn't say, wow, they sinned against the Lord and look what happened to them. Let's make sure we don't. Instead, they turned around and pillaged us, saw the opportunity and pillaged us dry. One more, if I could. Okay? Revelation 17:6. Here's what John said. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints. That's it. And you see a cat getting beat down like that? Those are the saints, believe it or not. Them drug addicts and crackheads and them vagrants and them brothers all broken up and beat down to death. Them the saints, man. They're going to come up out that mess. They're going to wake up to this truth. They're going to shed that spirit and that body and them clothes. And they're going to be sitting in wonderful garments in the I.S.U.P.K, man. You think these brothers all that's up in here now looking strong and powerful got up in there they came that way? Hell no, they didn't come that way. Many of them came worse than that brother you seeing on this very tape, which I'm going to play again at the end of this. Many brothers came in here worse than that, and sisters too. And the Most High woke them up and rose them up and brought them up out of that. Now, what do you think the Lord going to do when it comes time to punishing you for what you did to them? What do you think he's going to do, man? You understand? And like the angel said, man, for they were worthy of it. They were worthy of it. Remember, the Lord said he sit in a judgment seat. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. A man should, this man in this kingdom at this time, man, he should be pouring out money in the streets to the people that he robbed and killed and murdered and brutalized and put down into the ghettos and then rose all the other nations up over. It's supposed to be a law in this kingdom that anything coming out of this kingdom that blacks are supposed to get first dibs. Instead, you raised up all the Orientals, the Arabs, the other Edomite families, the Africans. You making movies, putting them over us. You've raised up everybody above us, man. Above us. You set everybody else on high and put us down even lower. And black leaders failed to see it and stand up and do something about it. Instead, took a payoff. And it's horrible, man. And it's horrible, which is why prophets of the Lord got killed, because they said what nobody else wanted to say. And we saying what got to be said because this is the time of the end. That brother will rise up and tens of thousands more like him. And they'll come out of that darkness and they'll stand on their feet, man. Just like the Lord said they would stand on their feet. And you're going to be horrified. Not only are you going to be horrified, the Lord's own people going to be horrified when they look up and see, man, that was so-and-so. He used to get high for 20 years. Look at him now. I can't believe it. That's what they're going to say, man. Ezra 37:10. Here's what it says. So I prophesied as he commanded me. This is the angel, the Lord's angel, that commanded Ezra to do this. And the breath came into them. Talking about God's chosen people. Them same brothers sitting up there with their head bashed in the street, in these prison houses, in absolute hell, because they have not been taught and trained that they are a people holy, great, majestic, honorable. And they don't know these things. They don't know these things because it's not in the interest of their slave master for them to know these things, because it'll mean that they will stand upon their feet and will not get caught up into the many snares that have been set up to put them in. Instead, they stand on their feet and they come out of it. Here's what it says. So I had prophesied as he commanded me, the angel, and the breath came into them, meaning they woke up. That's what it means, the breath, meaning the Holy Spirit comes inside them, meaning they start learning these scriptures and get that aha moment that, wow, this is not the life I'm supposed to be living. This is what's really supposed to be happening in the earth. Now I understand why my people are on the bottom, why they are ruling over me, why God made this world the way it is. Like that is the breath of life coming into them, man. Middle of 10th verse, Ezekiel 37:10. And they lived. Meaning what? Meaning they're physically alive right now, but are they living? Is that brother living? That brother's not living, man. That brother is dead. He's blind on substance. You understand? Don't know what's going on, being abused and being victimized. Okay? And being caught up into being victimized. You understand? Many times be desperate, getting into crime, using drugs just to maintain from so many tragedies upon tragedies of not knowing and coming from broken families. But there's no compassion for that. There's no compassion for that because those are God's chosen people and nobody wants to care about that. Okay? Let me get a little bit more. Okay? It says this. It says, and the middle of the 10th verse, Ezekiel 37:10, and stood upon their feet an exceeding great army, man. A righteous army. Here's what it says in Revelation 11:11. Y'all know this. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the most high power Yahweh entered into them. And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And that's why a lot of people are afraid to come into the UPK. You afraid to come into the UPK because you see the vibe coming off the UPK. And you know that vibe coming off of us is not acceptable in Esau's kingdom. Meanwhile, we don't commit no crimes, man. We don't commit no crimes. We're not out here committing crimes, man. We are against crimes. We are against drugs. We stay away from all of that, man. But we organize our people. We organize our nation. And because of that, fear comes over people. Because of that, they look at us like, man, them cats is bold. What's going on? What's going on is that we filled with the Holy Spirit. And we ain't taking no garbage, man. We ain't just letting them shovel the same old garbage they've been shoveling on us, man, for the last 400 years. And so we stand up and prophesy against it and show the results of prophesying against it, man. Show the results of what happens when you do walk in the way of the Most High. We got countless testimonies of brothers and sisters who've come out the world and could never figure out how to get out of the trap, how to get out of the nest of madness that they've had us in for so long, but figured it out because they got into these scriptures, man. See, you've been taught in the Bible that these scriptures is just some hocus pocus, sing and dance and believe in Jesus. This Bible is full of everything you need to understand in life, especially how to deal with your slave master, man. How to get free from that madness that has been a part of your life, your spouse's life, your children's life, your cousins' lives, your mother and father's lives. That horrible, horrible trend of hell that you've been into. The scriptures show you how to get up out of it. Show you how to get up out of it and not fall into another trap under another nation, man. Under another nation's philosophy and foolishness, man. Let me get some more of this, okay? And stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Fear fell on them, man. Why did that fear fall on them? Because they knew at that moment, they're going to know what they did. At that moment, they're going to know, man, look how they are now. We did everything to them. They act like now, like you doing everything to them. Pharaoh was the same way. Pharaoh oppressed the children of Israel. Oppressed them until they said, you know what, enough is enough. We're going to come together and pray to the Lord. Then guess what? Then he was like, oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. Get to work. Get to work. Then he was ready for you to get to work. But the whole time he was up there making you beg for them jobs, making you beg to be up under him. And the same thing is being done to you in this empire as well. Your own people look at you like you are less than them if you not fully caught up into working into the system. When the Lord is pulling many of you out, and after a while, there will be no system. You see it going down already. Such a small step the Lord made and changed the world in 4 months. A world that has been built this way for the last 2,000 years. This world has built. These countries have been built for thousands of years. America's really the only young country. They're the only new country. But these other nations have been here for thousands and thousands of years. You would think they already know how to deal with all the slings and arrows of life. But the Lord came in 4 months with the coronavirus and shut the world down. And they still worried not, because they're trying to open up and get their money back. But the possibilities of what could happen if they're wrong are so colossal. And so they're scared to death. And they should be scared to death. Because when the Lord comes for you, it's bad. If you don't believe me, look at every time you see black people in the ghetto, in poverty and hell, on drugs and in prison and being killed. You need to say to yourself, how did this happen? And I'll tell you how. The Lord punished us for not obeying his laws, statutes, and commandments. But brother, our punishment is over. We coming out the jailhouse now. We coming out of this captivity. And those that have had us in captivity are now in trouble in the hand of the Most High. We get a couple more quick ones, real quick, all right? 16th verse. For as ye have drunk upon my mount, my holy mount, Obadiah 1:16, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. It's going to be like they never were here before. It will be like they were never here before. You believe you mean when I tell you, this world you living in is about to vanish away. And that ain't popular to say, but I'm saying according to the Lord, according to the Most High, this place is going to be gone. And what is going to be left? Let's read it. Obadiah, the 1st chapter, 17th verse. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Man, that's heavy. That's heavy. The Mount Zion will be deliverance. And what is the Mount Zion? The Lord's 12 tribes of the children of Israel. And there shall be holiness, meaning we're going to be the holy people of the Lord. We're going to be separate from everybody else, man. We're going to be living differently from everybody else in the earth. And everybody in the earth will know those are the holy people. And we will live by a code that is written in this Bible. We will live by that code that's written in this Bible. And that code will serve us well. Will serve us amazingly, because we will follow it, and it is the code on how you live life. Where is that recorded at? In the very book they've been singing and dancing and making a joke of. That book called the Bible. That's the book of life, man. That's how you learn about how to live life out of them scriptures right there, man. Okay? And let's go on. And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions, man. And it could go on and on and on, but I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to play the video one more time for you. Let you check it out for yourself again and see. If you look at that, brother, know that the Most High is coming in the end to fix that situation and return that brother back, and so many more. And it's why every officer, every trooper, every sister, every captain general, so forth and so on. Has to stay on their game, which I know y'all doing anyway. Y'all getting it on like never before, because the Lord requires it, man. The Lord requires it. All right, let me play it for you one more time.
Feet. Spread your feet. Spread your feet, man. Spread your feet.
Palms together, please.
Don't fight, man.
Ain't nobody
He ain't
fighting.
even fighting.
You're fighting, man.
Fuck you up, bro.
You're fighting, man.
Ain't nobody fighting.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you, man.
Look at this. Look at this.
Fuck you.
That is not police tactics, man.
All right, there, you need to back up.
That's straight assault.
What is wrong with you, bro? Quit, motherfucker. Quit.
Fuck you.
What the fuck is wrong with you, motherfucker?
What the fuck's wrong with you, motherfucker?
What is wrong with you, dumb?
Shut the fuck
Can you
up.
put your hands behind your back, please?
You're not cooperating. You're gonna get hit again. Get on the fucking ground.
You ain't motherfucker.
Get on the fucking ground. Go on, chase the man.
Fucking hit me.
Get on the fucking ground.
We got that coming right now. Come on, come on. Come on, put your hands behind your
Shut
back.
the fuck up,
Put your
man.
hands.
Who are you, dog?
Shut the fuck
What
up.
the fuck is wrong with you, my boy?
Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck is wrong with you, dog?
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, shut up.
What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Shut the fuck up.
February 53 is 4:15 man.
Yeah, I don't know how you expect a man to get beat like that and then
Grab my
just
hand,
get
motherfucker.
compliant.
That's why I hit you.
I didn't grab shit.
You grabbed my hand. So shut the fuck up.
Grab shit, but okay, do it here.
I had you. You fucking grabbed your hand.
Dog, you, I'm not tripping on anything shit.
How am I thinking like that? How am I thinking like
I
that?
bet you.
Steele, chill out, all right? 4:53 Rogers, from vehicle for suspect because
She was cooperating.
Huh?
He's the most friendly. Get inside. He's the most friendly guy. He fucking attacked me. Just get inside. Get inside.
I want you to stay strong in the spirit of the Lord. Hey, listen, if you like this tape, hit the like button and share it, man. Hit the share button. Everybody share it to their own personal Facebook accounts. Share this video, man, to wake up brothers and sisters all over this earth. Hit the like button. Check me out Monday night. I'm live every Monday night. I bring the heavy hitters in. We do it up live right on this same channel. I'll see you then, Israel. Y'all